And the crazy thing was, like, I didn't even know I was engorged. I had been engorged for a while and didn't even know it. And that's what I hate the most. I wish I didn't. I wish I would have known so I could have fixed the problem before it got to the point where, like, my milk had literally stopped. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl RissaDean, and I am back with another video. In this video, I will be telling you guys all about my breastfeeding experience and just telling you guys the things that I just wish I would have known when starting this experience and starting breastfeeding and pumping and all of that. So if you would like to hear more about that, then continue to watch. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications so that you will be notified of every video that I post. Videos are posted every Tuesday at noon. So make sure that you are right here every Tuesday at noon. Continue to watch. So first things first, I love that our bodies can produce and make milk for our babies. Our body makes food for them. Like, that is so awesome. And so, you know, I've always said that I wanted to breastfeed, like, from the beginning. I figured, you know, I'm going to pump more than I actually nurse them because, you know, I just figured that would probably be easier. Like, sometimes in the beginning, I did nurse them a little bit, and, like, Shaq would feed one with a bottle. And, you know, that would kind of work. But, see, I never really felt like they was getting enough, so I would still end up giving them a bottle anyway. So, you know, I just kind of like stopped really nursing, and I just started like exclusively pumping. Like, sometimes I would nurse, but I mainly pump. So, you know, the beginning, like first day in the hospital, as you know, I don't know if y'all seen the video on on my family channel, the COMEAUX family. Go over there and you can see our whole birth story, and we talk about the labor and delivery part and being in the hospital to the first few days of their lives. You know what I'm saying? So y'all go check that out and make sure you subscribe to our family channel. Okay, to this video. So they brought Symphony in the room on the first night, and she latched on perfect latch. You know, so, and she ate a little bit, and that was it, because, you know, they really wasn't in the room with us. So then the next night, I tried to latch on with Serenity, and we were just having a hard time. And I know, like, all of the nurses were saying, like, since they're preemies, they're so small, their mouths are, like, still too small for real. So they tried to give me, like, a breast shield, which you can just put over your nipple, and it kind of helped the baby to latch on. So we tried that, but like that first night, Serenity didn't latch for real. So when we got home, after they had been on the hospital, and they was actually getting bottles, the nipple that they was giving them on the bottles was like it was a preemie nipple, so it was smaller than normal nipple. And they said that they shouldn't have a hard time latching onto me, because, you know, babies can get confused. They can get nipple confusion from switching from bottles to breastfeeding. That's why they say that don't give them like a pacifier until like a certain amount of time, because of the nipple confusion and stuff. So anyways, bringing them home, Serenity did eventually, like, she learned how to latch good, you know, but I still didn't feel like they would latch and stuff, but I didn't feel like they was getting enough, because it's easier to tell how much they get in a bottle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want my babies to go hungry, and evidently they ain't, because they chunky. Like, from 4-pound babies, these babies 11 pounds now, and they 3 months. Like, they ain't missing no meals, okay? So, but yeah, so that was good. And so I started pumping. You know, I started pumping from day one. In the hospital, I was pumping, and then they told me when I go home, you know, of course, it was a possibility that I would go home without them, which I did, and went home without them. But they told me to continue to pump as like I would be breastfeeding. So that's 2 to 3 hours. So I did that from day one, and I was taking milk to the hospital when we went to visit them, and like I was getting a lot out, because like even on the first day I was getting drops, like, you know, like it gotta lead up, you know, you get that colostrum at first, and then your milk started coming in. So I was getting like the colostrum, and I was getting drops out, and it was like, that's good, because some people don't get anything. They just tell you to go ahead and start pumping to like stimulate your breast to start producing milk. But all I was getting was, I was getting drops, and I was getting more and more each day. And so I was really proud. Like, so my milk started coming in, and like, I guess it started coming in like super, super fast. And bringing the girls home, we ended up like, after about like a month, because I did really, really good with my milk production for a solid month. But then we started getting really busy with them, you know, because, you know, I ain't never been a mom before. Like, I'm busy with them. So the first thing, like, I'm going to take care of my babies. And the first thing that I'm going to neglect probably is the pumping. Because, like, I need to go tend to my babies. And so, or I'm just tired. Like, they say sleep when they sleep. So I like, oh, I'm just going to sleep and not pump when I wake up. And that's why I messed up at, I believe. And also where I did not know. So that's why I messed up at with missing pumping. My milk started coming in really fast, and I was pumping, but I wasn't pumping like, I was pumping like at first, you know, 8 to 12 times a day, because that's 2 to 3 hours. And then it got less, and I was pumping like just 6 times, 5 times. And so my milk just building up. You know what I'm saying? So that causes my milk ducts to clog up. So engorgement is when your milk ducts, they clog up, and they swell, your breasts get hard, they're really, really heavy. And mine, when I got engorged, and this was a month later when I got engorged, and I stopped pumping as much. So that's what messed me up. And I got engorged like really, really bad. Both. Some people just get it in one, like both of them. And like my milk literally stopped. I'm pumping, and I'm like, why is nothing coming out? Like, I didn't even understand that. And like the day before, like I was looking up stuff to get more milk production. Even though I was getting good milk out. So it was like, I ate some of those lactation cookies, and the next thing I know, it just like stopped. Like it's like it sped it up. The engorgement, it's like it sped it up, and like they just like got completely clogged to the point where no milk could come out. When I tell you, like, that hurt so much. And it's like it's like I remember when my sister had got engorged, but I mean, when she had my nephew, like, I wasn't really like studying that for real. So I didn't think about that could happen. And I didn't realize that I had been engorged. You know what I'm saying? I didn't realize that I wasn't emptying my breast, because they didn't tell me that. They didn't tell me that like I needed to hand express when I get done pumping, because there's more milk. You might not be emptying your breast enough. So when I was engorged, what helped me, because I kept on calling the lactation specialist at the hospital, asking like, okay, what can I do? Like, what can I do that's different than what y'all keep telling me to do, what I keep seeing online? Like, I wanted to stop. Like, I wanted that pain to be gone. But it lasted about a week and a half. The things that I did that helped me was, okay, so first, what I did, and what I probably did not like the most, was pressing on the clogged ducts. Like, you can feel them, they're hard, and you literally, like, this your breast, get your knuckle, rub them out. Rub them suckers out. Like, I hated doing that. And even after I had got engorged, I felt like I could still sometimes, like, I haven't felt them recently, but I could feel like when a duct is trying to get clogged, I just go ahead and start rubbing that thing out, rubbing it out. Like, it even got to the point where, like, my mama was was helping me rub, and Shaq was helping me rub. Like, oh my goodness, I couldn't even wear my nursing bras during that time. Like, I couldn't wear a shirt for real. Like, it was just, whew. Also, like, taking a hot shower, or placing hot rags, or getting a sock. Get you an old sock, like a tube sock, and put some rice in it, tie it up with a rubber band, put it in the microwave for 45 seconds. It's gonna heat up and be real hot, and put that on your breast. And that works also, because what the heat does is, like, it increases, like, the letdown. And, like, from my experience, like, the letdown is, like, because you can feel it when it's happening. It's like the milk is, like, up here, and you can feel it, like, going down to the nipples to get ready to come out. Get what I'm saying? And, like, during the letdown, you can have leakage, like, from my experience. I am not a lactation person or anything, but that's, like, how it felt to me. Like, you can feel it. Like, you can literally feel it going down to the nipples, and then you start leaking. That's how people be leaking. Like, I started doing that as I was pumping, or I would do it, like, right before I started pumping. So then I would pump, and then after that, you want to get something cool. So you can get a cold rag, and they say to do that to help with the swelling. And you can get a cold rag, or you can get, like, what someone told me to do was wet a diaper and put it in the freezer, and then wrap that around your breast, and then pull your bra up to kind of hold it in there, and that'll help with, like, the swelling to come down, the coolness or whatever. But what you don't want to do not use cabbage unless you are trying to slow down your milk and stop your milk. Don't use cabbage, because they told me, lactation person told me, and other people told me to use cabbage. And then I talked to another person at the hospital, and they said, you know, the cabbage will dry out your milk. And I believe that's what happened to me also. That's another thing that messed me up, because I was using cabbage at first, and then I started looking up my own research, you know, which I probably should have did before I did the cabbage, but I didn't know, you know, whatever. I didn't know, and it is what it is. But I started using the cabbage at first, and I think that dried up my milk, because it hasn't been the same. It hasn't got back to how I was in the beginning, when I was pumping like 5 ounces each boob. You know what I'm saying? Now it's probably like 3 and 4 sometimes, but most of the time it's 2. And yeah, I just hate that, but it is what it is. Another thing that you can do is get you some lecithin. I think I'm saying that right. Or in Walmart, I think it's some say lecithin, and then some say sunflower lecithin, but you can just get that from Walmart, Target, whatever. And that's like a pill that it helps with releasing the clogged ducts, and that helped. And I took it, like, you could take it up to 4 times a day. So I took 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening, and like that helped a lot too. And even now, when I feel like I might have a duct, I would just go ahead and pop them pills and rub that thing out. That's what helped the most. But rubbing it out is what hurts the most. But that's what helped the most, for sure. And then you also want to hand express after you pump. So you hand express, you just massaging, kind of like squeezing. You can get your hand like this and squeeze, and just squeeze the milk out. Squeeze as much milk out as you can, because like, I did not know this, but when I would get done pumping, I realized that after I can squeeze a whole other ounce out of each boob. And like, I didn't know that. Like, I didn't know that much milk was left Like, I didn't know that my breast wasn't emptying. And so if you're not emptying your breast all the way, you can also get clogged ducts that way as well. The last thing, which is like probably the best thing that helped, was I got them to nurse on my boob. And they pulled the milk out for me. Like, it might hurt, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So yeah, now my milk supply has been a little bit lower than it was when I first started, and now the girls are 3 months, and I got engorged about 1 month. So I've been trying to work on my supply for 2 months now, and it's okay, but like mainly the girls are really mainly on formula. A lot of times they get half and half bottles, but I'm trying to decide. I haven't quite decided yet if I'm gonna stop pumping altogether, but I don't know. I'll keep y'all updated if I stop, but it's just, I don't know. Part of me keep wanting to try, because like I get kind of like sad and discouraged about the whole situation, because I didn't think that my experience would go this way. I thought I would just be killing it with this little breastfeeding thing, this pumping thing. Like, I didn't know I was gonna get engorged and my milk was just gonna stop. I didn't know. And so, you know, it is what it is. Next child, I will know more. You know what I'm saying? I tried to do classes, but you know, everything is virtual. So like the virtual classes, like I was doing them, you know what I'm saying? But like, I'm not a virtual learner. I'm an in-your-face, hands-on type of learner. Like, I don't like that online stuff. Like, so I will forget about it, you know? We will see if I continue this, but I am definitely going to slow down on the pumping, because I still don't pump as I should, because, and that's probably why it's not getting better. But even when I do pump as I should, it still be just about the same amount that's coming out each time. And it's just not cool. Like, cause when I started back, I literally started from drops of breast milk coming out, and that's it. And so I done built it back up a little bit, but it's not how it was when I first started. And it's just like, but part of me is like, you know, just a little bit of breast milk is good. Like, even if they're getting a little bit, that's good. But I don't know, we'll see. I will keep you guys updated with that. But the girls they ain't missing no meals. They are healthy. They are like just simply perfect in my eyes. You guys, that is it for this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below anything that you may want to say about breastfeeding, any videos that you would like to see on my page, because I will be doing more mom stuff. You know, like, because this is a beauty, business, and lifestyle channel. So lifestyle, you know, I'll be doing more mom type stuff, my mom lifestyle. You guys, I will see y'all in the next video. Make sure that you subscribe and hit that post notification bell. And yeah, bye.